We give thanks for the day. Today, the 11th of October, 2022. My name is Richie B.
And this is your girl, Queen JoJo.
Yes, surely DJ Audley is also in the studios.
Did Audley speak? I think you did, right?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I did.
Yeah, you did. Morning, Sajay. How you doing over there? All right. Seems like three of us are wearing black. And when you check it, Jody also has some black stripes on. I wonder Shelz is going to be turning up with.
I wonder. It could just be that.
It just might be black. You never can tell. All right, so we get a chance to wake up the nation.
Yes.
And already we're hearing reports of an accident not too far from where we're located, by the way. I think we'll get a report on that shortly.
We will.
Yeah. But all in all, it's a beautiful... anybody knows about dreams and what dreams mean or anything like that?
Sometimes it all depends.
So can you help me? Because for the first time, I can't recall ever having such a dream. Last night, I dreamt that Jamaica, the country, was under attack. I found myself in the trenches, covering myself with some green bush, trying to disguise myself from the attackers who entered our airspace with aircraft and started firing away. So I don't know. Somebody needs to tell me if you can interpret that dream. Jamaica last night in my dream was under attack. And
spiritually,
we
are under attack. If we're going to be honest here, if the church people wants to admit it, and you're not afraid to seem crazy or off this morning, you can always WhatsApp us, But honestly, I feel, that is actually an accurate dream you have there.
No, I mean, it might just be, but it's a little troubling. I came in this morning and I see on the screens that there are blackouts as Ukrainian city was hit by Russian strikes.
Yes.
And I said to myself, my God, if they experienced what I did in my dream last night, they would have had a rough time.
Stressed,
yeah, man.
Are already stressed out.
I feel this morning like I'm lucky to be alive.
Every morning we give God thanks.
God, we have to.
I can just imagine that dream.
Yeah, it really was one of those rough ones, man.
Wow.
When you wake up and realize you're alive, you just have to say, give thanks to the Almighty.
Right? Yeah, man.
Trust me.
Wow.
And we're going right into WTF. What the fact? And inside of WTF this morning, here's what I want to share with you. The dot, we're looking at punctuation marks and stuff like that. The dot over a lowercase I and J, I'm learning this morning, and you might be too, that it has a name. So let me explain inside of WTF. This diacritical mark is also called a tittle, spelled Tittle, and it exists to help the reader easily distinguish them from other letter forms. So, in this instance, the word tittle finds its etymology in Hebrew and refers to the tiny overhang in a pen stroke that distinguishes one letter from another very similar letter. And I'm just learning that this morning. So the dot over a lowercase I and J, in fact, has a name. Please refer to it as a tittle. Not T-I-C-K-L-E-R, not like that. It's tittle.
Okay.
T-I-T-T-L-E.
Oh, tittle.
Tittle, yes.
Okay.
Do you know that there are some strange punctuation marks with strange names? Do you know that there's something called a percontation point? How many of you know about the percontation point?
Really?
I was doing a quick bit of research. You know about that? Yeah, there are some weird ones. The irony mark. One of these mornings I'm going to take you through a few of these. There's even something called the conviction point. Yeah, in punctuation.
Yeah,
but we'll tell you more about those in another update. Time now for update. A few stories that are out there in the space that we thought we'd share with you, the very latest that we have. Shelz, you got one over there?
Yeah, some never know, sir. Dwayne Johnson was planning to even run for president.
Yeah, man.
For those
make an announcement to that effect at one point, you know.
Wow. So, well, for those who don't know who Dwayne Johnson is, that's his movie star name. Well, we all know him as The Rock, you know. Watch out, Sajay shaking. Sajay, acknowledge him as a movie star. That's it, go. But yes, Dwayne Johnson says running for president is off the table. Now, many were hoping that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson could be a potential rock, I guess, for America. But instead, the beloved actor and businessman intends to be a rock instead for his daughters. Now, he said a bid for president for president is off the table, Johnson told CBS News on Sunday morning. He says, I love our country and everyone in it. I also love being a daddy. And that's the most important thing to me, is being a daddy. Number one, especially during this time, this critical time in my daughter's lives. Now, the Rock, it's notable to say that The Rock is a father of 3, and and he's happily married to his wife, Lauren Hashian, and so he's just living life right now and just saying, look, I'm a family man. He says, I know what it's like to be on the road and be so busy that I was absent for a lot of years. And he's admired all over the world, and a lot of persons we're actually looking forward to it. And also another actor came into the whole vibe was Matthew McConaughey, another beloved actor, but both of them looking like they're focusing on other things. I can't blame The Rock for that.
No, I think those who are planning to run would feel quite heartened at that bit of announcement, because he's quite popular.
He's quite popular.
Yeah,
That kind of
doesn't have a track record as far as politics is concerned,
No.
so we're not too sure exactly how well he'll do. But the popularity would help him somewhat.
I can see him doing a governor someday. Yeah,
similar to what Arnold Schwarzenegger
something like Schwarzenegger
did.
did. Something like, because he was close to Hawaii.
Yeah.
Or something like that, right? I could
He's
see
from the
him
west side, yeah.
Yeah, I could see him doing something for the people there. I don't know. In the future, though.
Well, he has been having a good run of form as far as the movies are concerned.
Oh, gosh, man.
Everything we touch is gold.
Whether you like him or not.
Yes.
You find yourself watching a Rock movie.
Yeah.
Sometime. Yeah.
Trust me. Talking about movies, since you went there, Tom Cruise is also in the news,
Oh, my dear.
because he's set to become the first actor
boy,
to
keep it
shoot a movie in outer space.
All right, Tom.
Yeah. Just when you thought Tom Cruise achieved his greatest possible cinematic triumph with the success of the Top Gun sequel, the blockbuster star comes up with an idea that is quite literally out of this world.
Jeez.
Yeah, the 60-year-old Hollywood veteran has reportedly teamed up with the Born Identity director Doug Liman on a movie pitch that involves filming in space, which was first tabled in 2020 before the COVID-19 pandemic halted plans. Cruise and Lehman are said to have reached out to Universal Film and Entertainment Group on an idea which will see the actor take a rocket up to the International Space Station. Yeah. And he's not scared at all.
No.
I think Tom Cruise is taking us to space, said someone from the movie world recently. That's the plan. Mr. Lehman said, we have a great project in development, and taking a rocket up to space station and shooting is what we have in mind. Sounds like something that would be quite interesting to watch.
Oh, boy. Yeah, and you see the thing is, if any other actor or actress say this, you'd be like, yeah, man, joke, never met, man. But you see Tom
will do it, even if he gets injured doing his own stunts, because he likes to do his own stunts himself.
I don't know which one of the Mission Impossible it was, but when he climbed the tallest building in the world, and that was real. He was actually out there.
Yeah, man.
He flies jets. So for those who watched the Top Gun recently, he's actually flying.
He's actually
a certified pilot. So yeah.
Mission Impossible. I think was it Mission Impossible? Where he was seen dangling from an airborne red biplane. You remember that?
Yeah. While it was taking off.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah. So he has had his own issues in instances when he's filming, but he wants to do even more. We wish him well. And
go watch it, so.
Yeah, sounds like something that we'd want to watch.
I watch it, so.
On the local tip, before we get out of this segment, Harry Toddler has a new song out with Cha-Ching Ching.
Wow.
And interestingly enough, the song is titled Too Many Men. So dancehall, he says, is dominated by males. As a matter of fact, when you look at all the genres what they're about, are mostly males, you see. Right. So when females step out, we should love them and appreciate them, because it takes a lot of guts to stand up.
Okay.
Every genre what they're about, very few females we see. And according to Harry Toddler, we should encourage more females to get involved. So give her a round of applause for that. Yeah. Straight up.
Yeah, big up Toddler.
Yeah, there are a lot of women out there, and in fact, up to fairly recently, some of the most dominant players in our industry were actually women. Yeah. But there's a call for more, and we endorse that call. So, ladies, get your lyrics on and get into the studios and send on some tunes. All right. All right. That's it for
Update.
Time for the proverb of the day, to be followed by the pet peeve of the morning. The proverb goes like this.
Parson can't preach with dirty color, cause all eye depend him.
I took a glance at this, and when I saw Y-E, it took me a few seconds to figure it out.
Yeah.
So Parson can't preach with dirty color, cause all ye eye upon him. Okay.
Yes,
So, I don't know. So, Parson. You know what saved that word there for me? At the preach. So, Parson a pastor. Right? Okay. Let me just, sorry, I feel, you know, I can't preach with dirty color, cause all ye eye upon him. Yeah, man, cause you don't know. Does that mean
That would be
persons have
embarrassment.
some persons have a certain leadership or a certain level?
certain responsibility.
Yeah, can't go on like them holier than thou. I don't know.
Let me help you.
Yeah, what does it mean?
The meaning, lead by example.
Okay.
You are already exposed once you're a leader.
Yep.
Oh, so all right, I was
Yeah,
all right. I
so-
was somewhere.
Yeah,
I was somewhere
lead
in the
by
vicinity.
example. Lead by
Okay.
example.
Pastor can't preach with dirty color.
Everybody I see.
Lagasse.
Everybody, I watch him. All eyes are focused on
Especially
Pastor.
the color.
right.
Yeah, man.
That's right.
Well, let's just say he's not supposed to.
Yeah. Same color not supposed to do.
Yeah.
Supposed
Yeah,
to
you're
watch
not
it.
supposed to.
And
Maybe if it's second service, you know, you can give Pastor obliged.
Why you wear the color? Anyways.
Lead by example. Lead by example.
Second service could be a little tricky.
That is a tricky
Yeah.
But it's true. You know, if you're gonna lead, you have to lead by example.
Example.
You can't expect persons to be doing everything awesome and you're
You're
doing the
color dirty.
total opposite.
As a leader.
Yeah, as a leader.
Yeah.
As a leader.
Right,
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, Judy, right now, yeah, lead with them earring there.
Oh, why? Thank you. Big up yourself,
I like
Nikki Z. I
Oh.
have Mama Africa in my ears. Challenge innocent channel.
I have Mama Africa on my hand.
Yeah.
See that?
Me a channel, see me a channel, everything
that-
Hold on,
black,
see that
everything
bracelet
African.
Nikki come with Barry.
Hold on there. Hold on.
Hey, but hold on, brethren.
I bun me a bun out.
No, but no.
Yeah.
No,
Everybody.
wait now, man. But in the day, they leave early.
That's the problem, you know.
No, me not bun out the key.
Oh,
Me say,
it would be unwise.
fire phone.
No. Una get the
You're
bun
not
out.
gonna make it if you're
Right,
bad, man.
Well, Brit Nation, a bad mind this morning because everybody else over there so I show Africa right now. And
No worry, when you
Yeah.
forward to
Blood
them.
friend.
me a real
I don't know if I show in
Yeah.
Tanzania or I show in Ghana, but I
Botswana.
tell you, it looked good.
But
Yeah, man,
it's
it's a good
looking
look.
fabulous.
And I want to say thank you, Nikki. And I
you.
enjoyed
Big up.
checking you out, watching you, doing your thing. I was so impressed. Big up yourself. I was traveling once and Nikki says, hey, bring back a particular item for me. And I brought it back for her, right? And the only difference now is that I never got a chance to see her before she goes, I would tell her exactly what I want. But the other point I want to make is that I'm quite happy with what she brought back.
Yes, it looks really nice, guys.
Nice one.
Yeah, so thank you, Nikki, and good job, all right?
All right, we're
It
gonna
look like
quick-
2023, she got to do a whole heap of travel.
What if
she-
I
she
sing
not done
my
now.
head
She not done.
A start, she just a start right now.
Yep.
Better know that.
I'm so proud of her.
Yeah. Pet
We head into
peeves.
pet peeve. You know, pet peeve are things that others do that you might find annoying, irritating, or even upsetting. So let's play that. Morning, Bridge Nation. You know what my pet peeve is? People who constantly police women and their ovaries and their uterus and constantly asking them when they're gonna have kids, they should get kids. They're getting too old. You don't see time is running. You're off the calendar. It's gonna be difficult for you to have kids. Not knowing what women are going through. Some women have health issues and therefore it's hard for them to conceive. They may be trying to conceive. I think we are very insensitive and it's a pet peeve of mine every time somebody asks me, when are you gonna have kids? I just want to say, mind your business and leave women uterus alone. Right. Yeah.
Women's.
Uteruses alone. I don't know. The thing is, when you're having kids, first of all, if I have a child, are you gonna help me raise it? Children are expensive. I'm just saying, and it's a question that it's a question I just find very annoying. And as you get older, the question is being asked more often. And
Listen.
you go, and then you have men ask. I mean, I say,
Yeah,
sir,
listen. Listen.
mind your business.
I'm against up on this is I ain't got nothing to say. You know what I mean?
You can't.
Ladies' bodies.
Yeah, and I'm saying that you have to be careful. You keep saying this, but you don't know what this woman is going through. There are a lot of women who are trying to conceive. They're having difficulty, and then you're throwing this and you're asking them, when did I have the pitney? Look, man, see I get all, and maybe the lady is trying and she's having difficulty. So be sensitive, be considerate, and leave women alone. When they're ready to, they will.
I missed the first part of the pet peeve. So the person is basically saying
she's annoyed with the policing of women ovaries and their uteruses. Always asking, when are you going? As they get older, asking, when are you going to have a child? How soon? And the whole falling off the calendar thing. For whatever reason, for women, it is always that question. You barely hear, them will ask, have a youth, but women get asked this question after they reach a certain age. When you're having a child, give mother. And when them ask me, give mother a grandbaby, I say, she have one already. She don't need no more. She's good. She's set.
Right.
So be careful. When you're going out there asking people if they're gonna have kids.
Yeah, I understand. This is definitely a very topical issue. Of course, yesterday we had Isaac Buchanan, an attorney at law, who spoke with us at the same time yesterday about how the People's National Party plans to provide assistance to some of those residents. But the government is obviously maintaining a different stance on the issue, which we want to get to this morning. Hence, we have with us Minister of Information Minister, and Minister without portfolio with responsibility for information in the Office of the Prime Minister, Robert Nesta Morgan, who is our guest. Good morning, Minister Morgan. How are you today, sir?
Hi, good morning, Richie. Can you hear me properly?
I'm hearing you very clearly. Thank you for joining us at this early hour. Minister, you recently stated that the residents over there in Clifton, I think it is, in Portmore, were in.
It's actually not Clifton,
What's the exact?
So Clifton is the community that was occupied by former cane farmers and the descendants of cane farmers.
Yes.
Where this situation is occurring is a section of reserved land that was reserved for community use. It was reserved for, let's say, we needed to build a road. Some of it was reserved for farming because we are regularizing the community. So what has happened is persons from a criminal organization decided to sell land in that area to individuals. So it's not in the Clifton communities beside it.
So it would be best described as what? Bernard Lodge?
It is Bernard Lodge, yes.
It is Bernard Lodge, okay. Give us some more deets on this matter, because I think I heard also Minister Chang speaking to the criminal element and the concerns from a national security perspective. What can you share with us on that?
What we realized is early this year, we got information, the SCJ, which is the sugar company of Jamaica, got information that an individual or individuals was selling land to persons in the area of upwards of $800,000. The SCJ posted notices because some of these individuals were building huge houses. Some of the foundations were quite significant. And in March of this year, we posted notices advising persons to cease and desist, to remove all temporary structures, and to hand back over the possession of the property to the SCJ. And we also advised in notices that were posted on every single one of the properties in question that the structures will be demolished. Persons did not take heed to the notices. Houses were completed, houses were built, and we had no choice, because what we realized was that a criminal organization was essentially taking over a section of the country and making profit from it. So we had really no choice but to act quickly to deal with it.
Did you, outside of having posted or advertised by way of these notices the fact that action would be taken, did you also have a meeting or meetings with the residents?
Well, the reality of it is that the people who are building the houses would not be in the vicinity. So it would have been difficult to meet with them. But verbal communications was transferred to the entire community. People knew about what was happening. The member of parliament knew about what was happening. He was a part of the conversations as well. So it wasn't an issue of whether or not we gave a reasonable notice. The fact is, Richie, you cannot take over anybody's land without their permission or authority. There's a process to get land in Jamaica. You purchase it, whether you qualify for one of the government programs, whether it is bequeathed to you by a family member or via a will. And usually this process includes an attorney, it includes the titles office, so you cannot get land in Jamaica and say you own it unless you have a title or you have a written agreement through a legal process. What was happening here was people were getting receipts. There was no process of legal engagement. There was no engagement with the government. There was no engagement with the STJ. There was no proof that the individual who was selling the land had the right to sell the land. One person said they went to the location and paid over some money and the person gave them a receipt. You know, so it would have been difficult in some cases to contact the persons who were building because they were not present on the site. What we noticed was significant edifices being put up. And we also were aware of criminal elements patrolling the area. And there is allegations, though I have not seen the evidence in terms of pictures, that on occasion persons with high-powered rifles were in the vicinity of the area. So you would understand the sensitivity and why it is that we had to act.
Greetings, Minister Morgan. Shelz here. Yesterday we had the pleasure of speaking with Chairperson for People's National Party Human Rights Commission, Mr. Isaac Buchanan. And Mr. Buchanan shared with us that there is no law that says squatting is illegal and that the government has breached the rights of the people by leaving them homeless. So my question is, what was the actual issue? Was it the squatting or was it the criminal elements or was it a combination of both?
I'm not an attorney. Mm-hmm. I'm a student of the law, but I'm not an attorney. Mm-hmm. There is a law that says that you cannot occupy a person's properties without their permission. There is a law that says that a person has, and I use the term, let's go back into the law now. There are three ways that you get property in this country. You have fee simple absolute in possession, which means you have possession of the land outright, which is the highest level. You have leasehold and you have fee tail and all of those things. None of the persons in the situation had any of those rights to the land. What was clear is that someone who owns land, someone illegally occupies the land. And based on the legal regime that we have in Jamaica, based on decided cases, and I can read some of them to you if you wish, if you have the time. Based on decided cases, the owner of property has a right to self-help or they can go to the court. And that is what happened here.
Okay.
We have not made anyone homeless. The homes that were removed were not occupied. The Prime Minister was very clear.
Like none of them?
None of the houses that were demolished were occupied. They were at varying stages of construction. The Prime Minister was very clear. Any house that has an occupant or is completed should not be destroyed. I don't know how Mr. Buchanan came to his conclusion, because clearly it's very weak on truth. Because if you observe the facts and you see the evidence, it will not associate itself with what he's saying.
Okay. Even if some of the houses or the houses that were destroyed were unoccupied, obviously persons would have suffered.
They were not houses in the strictest sense of the word. They were incomplete.
Buildings, structures.
Yes.
Right. But even so, no, you would appreciate the fact that persons would have gone through a great deal of expense to get the houses to that state. Is there any plan to assist those people who are affected, and what are the plans for those who are actually living in the houses that are not yet affected? So
the government has various programs to assist persons who seek to acquire property or who are in a destitute situation. We, over the last several years, have distributed through the LAMP program about 5,000 titles. Through systematic titling, we have distributed about 7,000 titles. The National Housing Trust over the last 6 years has built an average or started an average of 8,000 housing starts, which is the most we have done in the history of Jamaica. There are legitimate avenues to get property in Jamaica. There are a lot of poor people. I myself come from a background of extreme poverty. A lot of them do not steal people's land. A lot of them do not squat. A lot of them save up their money. They throw a partner. They do all of these things. And they buy a little piece of property and then they improve or they go on farm work and they build a veranda or a front door. What the government is saying is we want to engage these persons to see how we can find a solution to their problem, whether it be to find them a piece of property somewhere else in the Bernard Lodge area, or whether it is to go through one of the state programs to assist them. I want to make it clear, though, gentlemen, the objective of this activity that the government did was not to victimize, persecute, or prosecute these persons, because some of them are victims themselves. The objective is that the government has to set an example. The government has to enforce the rule of law, and the government has to demonstrate, not just locally but internationally, that if you own property, that the government and the state will ensure that your property rights are not violated. We've seen so many incidents over the years where persons live on the side of rivers, live in flood-prone areas, build informal settlements that do not have water, that do not have proper road infrastructure, that do not have proper schools. And these things lead to social problems, like we're having now with increased incidents of crime, which in many cases come out of these informal settlements. These people are people and they deserve to have a proper and safe environment. And so too do the people of Clifton.
Mr. Morgan, is it fair to assume that the government is demonstrating that it wants to get tough or be tough on squatting?
It is not just about getting tough on squatting. There is a situation happening in our society where the issue of land is becoming a very emotive issue. There are many cases in the courts now where developers and others have been hauled before the courts, both by government and private citizens, because they are alleged to have violated persons' property rights. Several cases have been decided on that. Rich developers who are of significant means, have been a majority of the cases in the court. I don't know of many cases where quote-unquote poor persons have been hauled before the courts for breaching property rights. But what is happening is that there is a heightened discussion within the society about property rights and the use of land. Just a month ago, the government was accused, wrongly so, that we were going to be using agricultural land in Bernard Lodge and other areas for housing. It came to pass that that accusation was false, but the same opposition that is now saying to us that we should not have removed these buildings from the agricultural land, a month ago accused us of putting up buildings or planning to put up housing on agricultural land. But the government has its policy, that's very strong in its policy, that we will not allow criminal enterprises to take over and build communities to further their interests.
Let me just ask one more question because we're out of time. But have you, in all of the actions taken, considered any possibility of political fallout as a result of these actions?
Well, whether or not there is political fallout, the government has to do the right thing. For many years, previous administrations have not dealt with the issues of informal settlements and squatting because of political concerns. And what has happened is that we have had a kind of free approach of persons just occupying land without necessary due diligence, without going through the necessary processes. And I mentioned to you, Weed Road in Harborview, where people live in the middle of the river, Kintyre, where people live in the middle of the river. And what this does is that it creates a bigger problem for the society when a hurricane comes and people are flooded out. And the same opposition that we're talking to has been encouraging people not to move themselves from squatter communities or to continue occupying land, especially in Westmoreland, that the courts have said you need to remove off the person's land. So the government has to be very strong on this because it does not just have, Richie, local impact. If you're an investor who comes to Jamaica and you buy land and you want to create employment by building a factory, and every time you purchase land, somebody occupies it illegally, you're not going to want to come and invest here.
I get you clearly. We're out of time, Minister Morgan. I thank you for being our guest this morning and for expressing, your views and that of the government. Thank you so much, and we'll talk again.
Before you leave, I want you to look up a case called Beresford Allen et al.
Beresford Allen?
Beresford Allen et al. Versus Minister of Water and Housing and the Attorney General of Jamaica, right? Where we had a definition of what a squatter is, and it was declared that a squatter is a trespasser, right? And it gives you a very clear understanding of how this person can be classified as such. So while the attorney, who is an attorney and I am not, makes claim that there's nothing illegal, there are many decided cases within the jurisprudence of Jamaica and the Commonwealth that clearly states that property rights need to be protected and persons should not be allowed to trespass or squat on somebody's land.
Sounds like some precedents are there.
There is a lot.
All right. Thank you, Minister Morgan. Have a good day. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I chat there with Robert Nesta Morgan, Minister without portfolio with responsibility for information in the office of the Prime Minister. Let's go to it right now and see if we can find a winner this morning. Of course, Shelz, what do we have to give?
That gift package.
That's right. And that's an exciting prospect for you to win. This is the sound that you must identify. What sound is that?
No clue.
Kingston, Westmoreland, Montego Bay. Call us right now, 876-676-4996. We want to know if you can identify that sound. Let's go to the first caller. Good morning, you're on the air. Hello. Turn the radio off, please.
Yeah.
Hello.
Don't like yourself into the past.
Turn the radio off. Good morning, you're on the air. Hello. See that? The sound just up play. Caller, you need to turn the radio off because we're hearing it a second time.
Go caller, give it the good man.
No.
You were winning,
trust me. Can you imagine if somebody comes through with the correct answer and that is the one that they had? Oh boy, that would be rough. No clues yet. Somebody's asking clues, please. No clues yet. Right, Jody? No clues yet.
Forget to name Jody.
It's just a few days old. This is not like it's weeks old. No clues yet.
Yeah.
We took that decision even before asking.
Yeah, man. Life.
Let's go in one more time. Good morning, you're on the air. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Melvin.
Richie B.
It's Ian, man.
Is Ian this?
Yeah, this is Ian.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Ian. Walk on, bro.
Yes, I'm here, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I
Welcome.
think yes. I'm trying for it.
Yes,
I think
sir.
it's somebody gratering like a coconut. And drop
Gratering coconut.
the thing, yes, in the container.
Gratering coconuts.
Yes.
All right. What do you think I'm going to do? Get some coconut milk or am I make some gizzada or something like that?
Well, that could be possible.
Any one of them think that?
Yes.
But it starts with gratering the coconuts.
Yes.
Listen to the sound again and tell me if you want to change anything about that answer, Ian.
Okay.
All right. Are you sticking with your answer?
Sticking with the answer.
What did you say it is?
Yeah, somebody grating a coconut.
You have been a multiple winner through the years on my programs. Do you think you've done enough to win this morning, Ian?
Well, it's a possibility.
It is a possibility.
Yes, right.
Is it a strong possibility? Well, the verdict is in. Ian, listen. Sorry, sir.
I was very Ian laughing.
Thank you for trying, though, Ian. Have a good day.
Respect.
Let's go in one more time. 876-676-4996. Gentlemen, have you started thinking about what the possibilities are in terms of answers?
Yeah, Ian just got my answer a while ago, so I'm give up already.
Yeah.
I haven't figured it
Yeah.
at all.
You didn't figure it out
No.
yet?
Lost. Rate that. I don't know.
I need to give some thought to it.
Yeah, this one baffling. This one baffling me.
It usually does. It usually does.
Yeah.
876-676-4996. Our second caller, I think, is just about getting in gear. And you can call from anywhere in the island, as a matter of fact. Good morning. You're on the air. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning. How are you?
Hello. Good morning.
Hi.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Wonderful. Who is calling?
Carol.
Hi, Carol.
All right. Welcome, Carol. You have another opportunity to win this gift.
Package.
And all you have to do is to correctly identify the sound that you've been hearing in our secret sound game. What's your answer this morning, Carol?
I think it's somebody not gratering, but scraping out the coconut. Scraping out the coconut.
Hold on now. You mean from off of the grater?
Yes, from off the grater.
Oh. So, yeah, if you all know about gratering coconuts, you're always going to find some of the, what do you call the trash?
Carol, chef, you know.
Yeah, pretty much on the
Are
grater
you scraping
itself.
from the shell.
Or scraping from the shell itself.
Or even from the shell itself.
Yes.
That's another interesting perspective.
Carol, a chef.
Yeah.
You big up yourself, Carol.
All right. Carol, you know something? You have put a lot of work into this.
Yeah.
For you to come up with such an answer,
Brilliant.
trust me, you're a thinking woman.
What y'all?
You deserve your moment of glory.
Facts.
Will it be today?
We don't know.
Let's find out.
Oh,
It's not today, Carol.
Jaja.
It's not today.
Oh, no.
Let's take one more call. Good morning. You're on the air. Welcome to the Secret Sound Game.
Good morning.
Good morning. Who's calling?
It's Angela.
Hi, Angela.
I'm trying again.
No worries. Welcome to the program. What's your answer today?
Today I'm going to try gratering carrot.
Carrots.
Yes.
Oh. So it's that usual, the same handheld grater that you're holding on to, like Carol and like Ian.
Yes.
But your product is not coconuts, it's carrots.
Yes.
All about the
right.
specifics. I like it.
Well, you gonna make some carrot juice?
Hello?
You gonna make some carrot juice?
Sure, why not? A little bit of rum and vanilla.
Oh, boy.
A little bit of rum.
Okay. You might even add a little piece of beet in that too, right?
Maybe.
Maybe. All right. Sounds exciting.
Yeah.
Sounds like something that we'd be willing to partake in.
Right now.
But here's the verdict.
Okay.
All right. Take care,
problem.
take care, Angela. That's all the time we have for you this morning inside of our Secret Sound Game. A little fun segment of the program every morning. We do it like that.
Hold on there, Richie. We need before we move on. Joseph right now. No. Joseph, what go on? Joseph no win what there, right?
Yeah, man. Joseph won.
Jojo, Jody, I told you say you need for call, cause like to call the station, man, you don't know. So we have, you don't know, think of Joseph, you don't care Joseph, we load up the things for Joseph. Just call the station, man. I don't care. Well, yeah, Joseph. Apparently, we need to reach out to you. I don't know the gift package.
Ready.
Ready.
And waiting. Yeah,
yes,
man.
sir.
And Joseph, call today.
Yeah.
Don't wait for tonight.
Come and see it,
It's that time of the morning when we head to Canada for the Canadian Connection. One day after their big holiday, the Thanksgiving holiday that was yesterday. This morning we understand that he is flying solo.
Alive.
Yeah, normal.
Fully.
Yeah, DJ Ritz is the man that we're joining from Flow 98.7.
Ritz.
And we say good morning and welcome, Ritz.
What's up, fellas? How's it going?
It's going well, actually.
Yeah, we just got over our long weekend, so we're all, trying to work off the weekend festivities, lots of food and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Talking about food, yesterday was Thanksgiving.
Yes.
What are the popular meal choices that you know of?
It's a turkey thing all day here.
Oh, really?
Oh.
All day, yeah. I think most people do turkey. You get the odd ham and stuff like that, but turkey's pretty much the number one choice for Thanksgiving dinner.
All right, and that goes well with your potato salad, your rice, your baked potatoes, all that kind of stuff.
It's so early in the morning for these conversations.
I'm just trying to figure it out.
Unfortunately, I did not have turkey. My mom was like, we ain't doing the cooking thing, so we ordered a pizza.
All right.
Yeah, so we did the opposite.
Okay.
But it was good.
But even pizza, Shelz has a problem with.
No.
Shelz is not, you
Really?
like pizza?
I love pizza, but trick question, Ritz.
Yeah.
Pineapple on pizza or no pineapple on a pizza?
You know what? There's a lot of hate on this question, and my answer is probably gonna get me lots of texts. But you know what? I like pineapple. I'm sorry.
We endorse that.
Yes.
No.
Yeah. Seriously.
Jeez.
And we've been having this battle for a while, and we're not able to convince Shelz as yet.
Not at all.
But we haven't given up.
Keep trying, Shelz. You gotta try different
He
things.
needs to try the damn thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see.
What is the issue with that? Where does this come from? This whole pineapple on pizza hate.
They're two different things. It's like pineapple's so sweet,
small,
and then I don't know.
It's small chunks, man. It's very tiny bits that you're actually getting, and just like you get your ground beef or whatever it is, your jerk chicken, whatever it is. You know what I mean?
Shelz is a pizza snob over there.
Perhaps, but no.
So what is the go-to toppings on a Shelz pizza? Is what
All right. Well, pepperoni is just like standard, but I love a barbecue chicken.
Okay.
Something like that. Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
that's my go-to.
That's a bit interesting.
Yeah, barbecue chicken.
You don't do the vegetable.
If it's there.
Yeah.
But it's not
Okay.
my first choice.
Okay.
But yeah. I can't take the bug of olives, this, that, and then pineapple. What's wrong? No, it's not a sandwich I need.
What about you, Richie?
No, I'm good, man. I'm good. Once it doesn't have any pork on it, I'm good.
Nah.
That's
You're
all.
good to go.
Yeah, that's all for me.
Well, I don't know where this whole pineapple thing came from, but it's been a debate here as well. And people get real passionate about it. How can you possibly eat pizza like that? I'm like, relax, man. It's just pizza.
It's like I don't know where this Katch hat thing came from either.
Oh, Katch hat.
Yeah. If you notice, I'm wearing my hat a particular kind of way, Ritz. You're seeing it on the screen.
I'm looking at the screen right now.
So there's this new trend in Jamaica. They call it Katch. Like you would say Katch the hat, but in patois it comes out as Katch a hat.
Okay.
So you basically don't wear your hat like in the straight regular way. You
tilt it to the side,
tilt it, or you spin it around,
like T.I.
or you just so,
yeah.
So for those who are seeing me, I'm actually trying the Katch hat for the first time.
Oh no, Richie!
And you can all comment on whether or not it's making any sense.
I think Fresh Prince did that when he got kicked out of school. And,
exactly. Yes, I remember.
No. Sajay, our engineer, is quite vocal across the glass, Ritz. He's shaking his head vigorously as if to suggest it's not working. Now, Jody, whose reaction is more important for me as the producer of the show.
Yeah.
She started sipping on her coffee and the mug is kind of hiding her reaction.
60.
So I don't know what to think.
Emotional
There it is.
If I don't get some support on this, I'm going to straighten my darn hat before it gets out of hand.
Yeah, that's the best
you got to be careful, Richie. You're a stylish individual, so you know what I mean. You got to be careful with them trends.
That's
They get a little crazy.
Exactly.
Just to tell the listeners, though, that we'll be having the gentleman who originated this trend at 8:30 as our guest. Ritz, I know you've got some great music for us, man. Let's get into some of that if you don't mind. Is that good?
All right. Yes, let's do it.
Our next guest has gone viral, almost like an understatement, with his phrase "Katch the hat" or "Katchy hat." Buoyed by the feedback that he has been receiving since the slang "Katchy hat" went viral, dancehall artist Valiant has set his sights on stardom, and it is definitely within his grasp right now. We want to get to the bottom of it in terms of how the slang came about. What does he feel is the reason why it went viral, and how he's trying to monetize or, say, capitalize on this wave of popularity. We're very pleased at this time to have Valiant as our guest via Zoom. Valiant, good morning and welcome. How you doing?
Greetings, artist.
Good morning. I'm blessed,
Yeah, man. Let me just catch that before we continue the interview, if you don't mind.
Yeah, man, I'm going to catch my one.
It's a general hat, man.
Just a catch mine, brother. I think it would be disrespectful for me to be wearing a hat and catch you at while we talk with you right now.
Be very, very, very difficult.
So we're not going to this, you see? We're working the program. Congratulations, man. You've gone viral, and it's a positive way. In a positive way. How are you feeling on this this viral sensation that you have become?
It's good. It's good because, you know, it does push you more for just put in more work. I don't know. It's not really like a comedian thing. I was just being myself and it just went viral, you know.
People are interested still, Valiant, in finding out how this term actually came. Did you like plan to make it a term that goes viral, or it's just coincidental?
No, it just happened.
It just happened. And how?
Yeah, my road manager, Stecco, big up Stecco, Pro Night Records. It was my birthday, the 19th. I was doing a video shoot.
September?
Yeah, September 19th.
That's we share birthday, brethren. That is my birthday too.
Watch out, man.
Yeah, man, that's how energy connects. This is why you catch it for the right time. yeah. But yeah, as I was saying, like, it was my birthday. I was like, you know, on your birthday, I enjoy yourself. You're holding a vibe, right? So it was my birthday. I was holding a vibe, and like my Stecco came with the camera, and he just took me by surprise, and I said, Rich a lie, Katch a lie, father. And like, I wake up the 20th in the morning and I say, yo, I go post a video, and I say, me now post it, come back sweaty. And then my next friend now, Jaja, we are part of the whole diplomats team, big up Jaja. He was saying to me like, post it because let the people them say, work, and I like, yeah, I Clara, do not foolish, right? So I post it and I wake up in the morning, me everybody are calling me, boy, you're going viral. You're going viral. Me I say, yeah. But to me, at that time, I say, boy, I post up my music and it's not going viral. So I say, all right, I work with this.
Yeah.
I really bring out my music in a type of way for people to see my talent. Well, do that, me I be myself and I like me I try to be anybody else, you know? And it just work.
Which is right. Now, Artiste, my for ask this, Valiant. Are you guys, you and the diplomats, you guys looking to make this like a brand new merchandise? You guys are looking for copyright.
I don't know if you're looking, but yes,
a lie.
No, believe, man. No lies. No cap.
So what the people them can get their merch, Valiant?
When selling 876 Diplomat Records on Instagram, you can get your hats and your shirts, your Diplomat shirt, your Crown Night shirts, all of that, you know.
Mad. No, so you mentioned, you know, about using this to push your platform, you know, your music and stuff like that. Because we know the thing going on, Valiant, you know, them like a trending thing, and enough people make the trend pass them and them not really utilize it. How are you through the music going to push, you know, your craft, you know, once this whole Katch thing fade out?
You know, so the Katch thing is a lot of people feel like some comedian and thing, and when them get to find out say a music literally go, check out all of my music, it's like them surprised and them I say, wow, you have talent for true. I don't know, and give it to you. And them I say, Jesus Christ, that wanna frighten me. Cause you know everybody, you know. So it helped my music in a good way, you know.
Is the plan then to put out a song titled Katch, or just to include it and make reference to it?
No, that's just a slang, you know. It's not really about any song or anything like that. Because I put out music with content and you know, I take my writing very serious. So
which is right.
Katch wouldn't be a song. It's just a slang that it's a lot of people ask, what is Katch? I'm just saying you add Katch. It seems like when you have normal lie. I mean, sorry, Katch a lie. Rich a lie. Father. Some friend with the father. Would call each other father.
Yeah, man.
Now, we keep referring to the fact that the slang has gone viral, which takes you with it. Now, how far has it gone? Like, where have you gotten the responses from that really surprised the hell out of you?
Italy.
Yeah.
So, you know, it gone, man. And plus, though, it's not just the slang alone. Believe me, music gone with it too.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, believe me, man. Because I know we sing a lot of songs where a lot of people can relate to as well.
Yeah.
Plus, I have a new song out right now, North Carolina, which, you know, It's on trending as well. And it's #1 in Apple Music as well. And I have Saint Mary that came out first. That's the song that really gave me that highlight.
Yeah, man.
It's 1.1 million, right? Yeah.
Mad. Thing a shot, Valiant. That's a good look. Yeah, man. We're gonna play one of the songs. We're gonna play North Carolina in a short while from now. But let me ask you something now, as it relates to the earlier stages of your career as a recording artist. You were once, I think, a part of the Unruly camp. You moved away from that, and you make reference now to One Diplomats. Was it an amicable parting, and what made you make that move, and how is it working out now that you've made the move?
It's just, it was nothing like, it was just growth, you know?
Okay.
There's no feud or anything like that, you know? Valiant is doing Valiant, and Unruly is doing Unruly, you know? Mm-hmm. So I started my own team with my day one friends. So basically that, there's no feud. I just started my own thing with my team, yeah.
Respect. All right. Yeah, man. Well, listen, great talking with you.
Yeah, man.
I'm glad I was able to endorse the movements this morning.
The Katch.
Yeah, the Katch. And listen, man, we're going to check out your music now and see if you can get the same kind of attention that your slang has gotten so far. You're off on a good footing, and we expect bigger things from you, Valiant. Just keep it positive, and all the best going forward, my brethren. What do you want to say to the fans out there?
I want everybody to just continue supporting Valiant Music. I have a lot of good content coming out. If you want, subscribe to Valiant Music Viva on YouTube. Stream North Carolina right now. And just everybody on the road listening right now and all over the world. Be safe. Yeah. And just continue supporting diplomats and giving the young youths the chance to really bless you all, you know?
Yeah.
Respect, Father. Respect.
That's what we just did. Valiant, have a great day, man. All the best. Yeah, man.
Mad, respect.
Catch you at me out and go through. I want to talk a few things on the sporting tip, Shelz. There is a man, we were doing some calculations, and when we looked at the numbers as it relates to how much money these footballers are making, especially at the level that he's at.
Man,
oh man.
What's
Listen to these figures. Yeah, Sajay, why
about the money? Here we go on. So according to ESPN, their sources have told them that Kylian Mbappe, the highest paid footballer in history.
What's the value of his contract?
What's going to reach that one? But just want to get the headache part. Apparently his relationship with PSG has broken down.
So quick?
Yes, just after a little over a year after renewing this big money contract we're going to get into. So he's looking to leave in January. You know, when a player say want to leave January, say I see or something going on. Now let's get to the figures, shall we? Okay. So Kylian Mbappe is the highest earning player in football history. Let me just get the top three. Number 3, Erling Haaland. We all know, we can't say why. We saw the man a match up Premier League. Erling Haaland makes $865,000 per week.
Whew.
This is pounds. All right? Cool.
Jody, that's...
This is third, okay?
Move up to second.
Second, Lionel Messi at PSG, same team as Mbappe. $960,000 per week. Well, not a month, per week. Kylian Mbappe, the man who backs with him club now, after just signing a little over a year, how much does he make? 1.6 million pounds per week.
My God.
And in Becks.
Something man want to leave. Can you imagine?
Yeah, a lot of persons are speculating that he has a little diva attitude. A lot of people are thinking that.
Yeah, but you think he's going to get another club paying him that kind of money?
It's tough. People are saying that. The thing about Real Madrid, because Real Madrid wanted him very badly before he even hinted about going to Madrid, which is why Madrid fans kind of have him up right now. And the thing about the Real Madrid train, it only comes around once, because that's a club with super pride. Yeah, them not play. But I think that's the only club, apart from probably Man City, or probably some club in Asia, that can afford him.
Yeah, because you're talking about a contract valid about 300 million.
Yeah.
And something is going down that makes him want to leave that.
And very important to note, I believe he's just 22. I mean,
that's a bright future. I mean, he's very, very talented, but
very, very rich.
To walk away from that with the strong possibility that you might have to be settling for less
Yeah, 23 years old.
Unless something serious is happening behind the scenes that we don't know about.
But a lot of things happen because I heard that PSG even gave him preference in terms of like players that can come to the club. There's a lot of little things they gave him just to keep him at the club. That's how important he is. But it's not enough apparently.
So where is Ronaldo, if I may ask?
On the list, Ronaldo is about
7,000.
Ronaldo
7th.
No man, not so far.
Not so far down.
No, I think so. Yeah, you're actually right, isn't it, Richie?
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe earning about
500. So, all right. So first, as I said, Mbappe. Second, Messi, Haaland, Neymar, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Okay.
With 515,000 per week.
Still a decent piece of food.
Neymar's
fourth.
Above
Ronaldo, 606 million. Thousand. Wow.
1,000
per week. Yeah.
You mentioned that Mbappe is what? 22?
23.
23.
Yeah.
I want to talk about a Jamaican who is 29.
Yeah.
Who was recently given a ban by the anti-doping disciplinary panel.
Oh boy.
We're talking about John Campbell, Jamaica's opening batsman. He apparently missed some whether scheduled or unscheduled testing. And I don't know why they're coming down so hard on him.
How much you get?
4 years the man them on the bridge for 4 years.
Because he missed it.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's serious?
This is it.
Yeah, man, very.
But a lot of people are making reference to the fact that it was the same anti-doping agency that through whether action or inaction or things related, trying to be legally correct, you remember there was no ratification of a record that was set by our Jamaican youngsters, the female team. Yeah, and their actions or inaction would have impacted that particular non-ratification.
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, at first glance, I'm thinking, is it a case where, okay, they thought that we made some mistakes, made a boo-boo, suffered some embarrassment. You said the next time something come in front of us, we're going to go down hard on whoever it is. I don't know, but 4 years when we read into and of course I suspect that John Campbell is going to be appealing that decision.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, but 4 years looks like a very long time. That sounds like you'd be ending the man's career as a cricketer.
Well, cricket.
29 and 4, that's 33.
Yeah, cricket.
But it's not only about the talent now. It's about the zeal and the desire and the motivation. After you take a 4-year break.
Yeah, but with all of that, Richie, how many dates he missed on it, and it must have some explanation for actually missing.
Man just can't miss and then just get 4 years. That sounds like an attack. That sounds like a personal, like a vendetta. Something. I don't know how going.
I mean, if it's a case where, is there a rule for
John Campbell himself did not deny the possibility that he had breached Article 2.3 of the Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission, JADCO rules, but said they were mitigatory factors supported by evidence. Okay? Which were not challenged by JADCO and which ought to have militated against the imposition of the maximum penalty. So,
well, definitely. Yeah. That's what I'm getting at.
So
because if you have an explanation for missing it,
the youth, man.
Jano, 4 years look like a long time. That is like you're saying, brethren, find something else to do.
What am I gonna do?
This is it,
coach. What I gonna do? A joke. 4 years.
If I were asked to give him advice, I'd just look on John and say, brethren, you see, what do I go through right now? Brethren, just get up and fight back here, my youth.